Okay, I'm working on my sister's Grand Prix. I think it's a 2002. What's wrong with it? The bushing right there on the control arm is completely worn out. It's doing a clang clang going down the road. I'll see if I can't hit that with a hammer to kind of simulate the sound. Everything else looked okay, but instead of just replacing that bushing, I got a whole new control arm. And here's the whole arm here. It's just easier to replace this whole deal. Now this bushing on hers is probably going, or the ball joint's probably going on hers. So instead of just replacing each one of these parts when they go out, just put a whole new control arm. It really wasn't that much. 40-50 bucks I think for this whole arm. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace the whole arm. Okay, starting to disassemble this thing. I don't have a manual or nothing, so I'm not exactly sure all the procedures for this, but I'm going to find out. I've taken off the sway bar bushings, and they're broke. They're rusted. So hopefully that's the only thing that's going to break. I got to take out the bolts back there. And take out that big bolt right here on the bushing. I've already done the ball joint. I've taken off the cotter pin and the castle nut. I got it loose. Used my pickle fork, popped it loose. That nut is ready to come off. I'm just going to pull off these other bolts here, and well, hopefully it'll come out. Also, you're going to want to undo all your wires there, all your clips that hold that wire on. Okay, what I've done so far, everything's been pretty uneventful. Got that bolt out there. I just used a punch just now to pop the bolt out. I've got that big bolt out right there. And that is actually a big star bit. I can't read. A T55 is what that is. Torx bit. So I got that out. I've got the ball joint nut out. So this actually should be free. I should be able to snake this out somehow. I think you got to take the ball joint out first, then you got to drop that mount down, then you can slide that out sideways. So that's what I'm going to try to do, try to wiggle this thing out. And there it is, without the control arm in there. Came out pretty easily. Just had to do a little bit of wiggling. There it is. And that ball joint actually feels tight. So that's surprising. This actually feels tight too. But I got a whole new one here. Just gonna slap it in there. You can see this bushing here. See this space here? It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be all the way to the end, just like this one. So the bushing has actually come apart in there. And you can see it sticking out here. So I'm going to transfer all these little clip things to the new one, and then I'm going to install it. Okay, it's back together. Pretty uneventful, which is a good thing. I got the bolt in there, got the rear bolt back there. Now this one was a little difficult to actually get in. I had to do some prying over here, and I needed to do some prying to pull it forward to actually get that hole to line up on this mount right here. It actually looked like it was never going to make it, but a little bit of prying, actually a lot of prying, and it did go in the deal there. Probably would help to have maybe a second set of hands, to someone to pry and someone to put the bolt in would be the best way. But anyway, I got it. It really wasn't that bad. Got the ball joint tight, new cotter pin on it, on the castle nut. That's a lifetime ball joint, looks like, with no grease cert. So the other one was fine too, and that's, I don't know what this has, 80 or 90,000 on it now. But oh, and I broke all the clips, well, all but one. So I just used some big wire ties to hold that wire there. I only could save one. All the rest of them broke, and I need a new sway bar end link. I do need that. But otherwise, it's all together. Everything looks good. So I think overall I have less time in this than probably if I would have messed around pressing that bushing out and pressing a new one in. So I'm pretty pleased with this part. I got 2 new bushings now, or she's got two new bushings and a new ball joint. So I won't have to worry about those 3 things on this side anyway. So that's it. I guess I'll end this now, and then I'll see you guys in the next one.